Chapter 1. The Meeting. In a small town where everyone knew everyone, there lived a girl named Anna. She was as beautiful as a spring dawn, with sparkling eyes the color of a clear sky and a smile that could melt the hearts of even the coldest. Anna worked in a cafe near the river, where she met new and old friends every day, listened to their stories and shared her happiness. But despite all her kindness and openness, Anna always had a secret that she carefully kept in her heart. One day on that warm summer evening, when the sun was about to go over the horizon, an unknown guy looked into the cafe. He was tall, with brown hair and dark eyes that seemed full of mysteries and mysteries. His smile was infectious, and Anna felt her heart begin to beat faster as he approached the counter. "Hi," he said, holding out his hand. "My name is Max. I just moved to this city, and your cafe was recommended to me. They say it has the best coffee in the area." Anna smiled and shook his hand. "I am glad to see new faces in our cozy corner. Yes, we do make great coffee. What can I do for you?" And so their story began. Chapter 2. Meetings and Intimacy. Since then, Max has become a regular visitor to the cafe. He came every day, ordered coffee and enjoyed talking with Anna. Their conversations became more and more intimate, as if each of them was revealing their most hidden thoughts and feelings to the other. Anna was fascinated by Max. In his company, she felt special, understood and accepted. Max, in turn, found in Anna a companion with whom it was easy and pleasant for him to communicate, and who supported him in all his endeavors. They were getting closer with each passing day. Their meetings in the cafe turned into moments when they could tell each other about their joys and sorrows, dreams and ambitions. It seemed to them that they had known each other all their lives, even though it had only been a few weeks. But something inside Anna began to change. She felt her heart begin to beat faster in Max's presence, and her thoughts were filled with him alone. She knew that she was falling in love with him, but fear and doubt did not allow her to accept this fact. Every day, Anna felt her feelings for Max becoming stronger and more integral. She tried to hide her emotions from others, but there was something special in her eyes that could not go unnoticed. Max, for his part, began to show Anna more and more care and attention. He began to ask her out on dates, invited her to walk around the city, and spent his evenings listening to her stories and sharing his thoughts. It was obvious that he, too, was experiencing something more than just friendship. Chapter 3. Fears and Doubts. As Anna's feelings for Max grew stronger, she became more and more afraid and doubtful. Her mind was seething with a million questions, like a river washing away the ground under her feet. What if he's not what he seems? Can true love be born so quickly? She was afraid to open up, fearing that Max might disappoint her or, worse, leave her. But the scariest thing for her was to admit to herself that she was in love. And yet, every time she saw him, Anna's heart skipped a beat, as if she was fascinated by his gaze. She tried to ignore her feelings, convincing herself that it was just sympathy and friendship. Deep down, she knew it was more, but she was afraid to admit it to herself. She was afraid of losing control of her life and becoming vulnerable in Max's eyes. She had a certain idea of what a relationship should look like, and she didn't want to break that image. In the evenings, when she was alone, a million questions and doubts swirled in her head. She was thinking about her feelings for Max and what to do next. But fear paralyzed her, forcing her to stay in place, not daring to act. Anna was afraid to make decisions that could change her whole life. Her heart screamed for love, but her mind was afraid of this cry, and she remained trapped in her own fears and doubts. Chapter 4. Disappointment and Awareness. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Anna and Max's relationship continued to develop, but not in the way she had hoped. She found that Max often postponed their meetings, answered her messages late or ignored them altogether. Every time he postponed their date, something broke in her heart. These little disappointments began to accumulate, like raindrops penetrating through the thin protective film of her heart. Anna tried to justify his behavior by telling herself that he just had a lot to do or that he was probably just tired. She kept hoping that it was all temporary and that they could enjoy their meetings and conversations again as before. But with each new missed date, she lost faith more and more. And then one evening, when she was sitting alone in her apartment, she realized that she could no longer ignore her feelings. All doubts and fears gave way to clarity. She realized that the love she feels for Max should not be a source of suffering and disappointment. She deserved someone who would appreciate and respect her, who would be there for her in the most difficult moments, and not someone who would hurt her. So began her realization that she needed to make a decision that would change everything. She had to face the truth and admit that their relationship did not bring her happiness, but only suffering. This moment was like waking up from a deep sleep, when reality hits you in the face with such force that it is no longer possible to deny. Chapter 5. Decision and Separation. The realization came to Anna at the moment when she was sitting in the complete silence of her apartment, looking out the window at the setting sun. Her heart was broken, but she understood that she could no longer ignore her feelings and needed to make a decision. The next day was a test for her. She was trying to find the words to explain to Max that they couldn't be together. Every letter, every sentence seemed to her an insurmountable obstacle. But she knew that this was the only way to get rid of the pain she felt when she saw how far Max was moving away from her. Finally, when they met in the same cafe where they first met, Anna found the strength to express everything that tormented her. She told Max about her feelings, about how she suffered because of his indifference and dissatisfaction with the relationship. The words came out of her like a river, and she felt tears running down her cheeks. Max listened to her in silence, his face expressing mixed emotions. When Anna finished, he sighed heavily and nodded slowly. "I'm sorry," he said. "I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sorry that I couldn't be who you wanted me to be." With that, he got up and slowly left, leaving Anna alone with her broken heart and tears in her eyes. The decision was made not without pain, but a feeling of relief appeared inside Anna. She realized that even though it was a difficult decision, she did what was best for herself. Now her heart could begin to heal from the wounds inflicted by love, which turned out to be impossible. This experience made her stronger, and she was ready to look forward to the future with hope. Chapter 6. Recovery and New Horizons. After breaking up with Max, Anna felt a huge void in her life. The days became grey and monotonous, and the cafe where they met reminded her only of the pain of the past. But gradually, with each passing day, Anna began to bring back parts of her heart to begin the recovery process. She realized that in order to move forward, she needed to let go of the past. So she began to engage in self-development. She read books, practiced yoga, and studied new hobbies. This helped her not only to forget about the pain, but also to gain a new perspective on life. During this period, Anna also drew attention to her relationship with herself. She began to devote more time to self-discovery, understanding her values and needs. She realized that in order to be happy in relationships with others, you first need to be happy with yourself. But the most important thing that happened during this period of time is that Anna learned to forgive. She realized that holding back anger and resentment only hinders her from moving forward. She forgave Max and herself for everything that happened, and this allowed her to free herself from the burden of the past and start a new chapter in her life. Every day, Anna became stronger and more confident in herself. She realized that parting with Max was not the end, but a new beginning. New horizons were opening up before her, and she was ready to explore the world with new enthusiasm and openness. Chapter 7. Meeting New Opportunities. After Anna began to recover from the breakup with Max, new opportunities began to appear in her life. She decided to open up to new acquaintances and experiences, ready to accept all the opportunities that life could offer her. One of these experiences was participating in various events and volunteer projects in your city. Anna found satisfaction in helping others and contributing to society. This allowed her to feel useful and meaningful, as well as to meet new interesting people with whom she shared common values and hobbies. Besides, Anna started traveling. She visited new places, immersing herself in a variety of cultures and traditions. These trips helped her expand her horizons, enrich her inner world, and find inspiration for new beginnings. But the most significant event happened on the day when Anna met her new friend named Eric. He was a charming and intelligent man with whom she found a lot in common. Their meetings quickly turned into friendship, and then into something more. Anna felt that a new love was beginning to appear in her life, and this time made her smile and believe in a happy future. Chapter 8. A New Beginning. Every day Anna felt her life being filled with new meaning and possibilities. They spent a lot of time together with Eric, and each meeting brought them joy and satisfaction. They shared their dreams and plans for the future, supporting each other in every endeavor. Gradually, their friendship developed into a deep and sincere love. Anna was grateful that she had met Eric, a man who shared her values with her and respected her as a person. They complemented each other, creating harmony and balance in their relationship. They decided to give a new chance to love and decided to start a future together. Anna rethought her ideas about happiness and realized that it is not always found in long and passionate romantic stories. Sometimes happiness can be as simple as a cozy evening together or support and understanding in difficult times. They decided to start a new chapter of their lives together, with open hearts and confidence in the future. Anna felt that she had finally found her place in the world and a person with whom she could go through all the trials of life. The new beginning was full of promise, and they were ready to meet it together, hand in hand. They looked forward with optimism and determination to overcome all obstacles on the way to happiness. Chapter 9. Growth and Overcoming. Anna and Eric's journey together continued, filling their lives with incredible adventures and unique moments. They were not only life partners, but also loyal friends, ready to support each other in the most difficult moments. Every day they became closer to each other, strengthening their relationship and enriching their view of the world. Together, they explored new places, learned new things, and grew as individuals. But there were also difficulties on their way. They faced challenges and trials that sometimes seemed insurmountable. But thanks to mutual support, faith in themselves and in their love, they overcame all difficulties, becoming only stronger. They have learned to appreciate every moment together, even in difficult times. They realized that true happiness does not lie in the absence of problems, but in the ability to overcome them together, next to the one you love. Together they grew and developed, becoming better than they were yesterday. They were not only lovers, but also partners in every sense of the word, ready to go forward together, hand in hand, wherever the road led them. Their relationship has become not only a source of happiness, but also a source of inspiration for others. They shared their experiences and taught others how to maintain love and harmony in a relationship. Their example inspired many and helped others to see that true love is able to overcome any obstacles. They continued to grow and evolve together, building their happy future on the foundation of mutual understanding, respect, and inexhaustible love. It was clear in their eyes that this path was far from complete, and they were ready to accept all the challenges that life would bring them. Chapter 10. The Path to Happiness. Anna and Eric's journey continued, leaving traces in their hearts and minds. They went through a lot together, joy and sadness, victories and defeats, but most importantly, they did not stop growing and developing together. Their relationship has grown stronger with each passing day. They have learned to be understanding and patient with each other, to accept their differences and enrich themselves with them. The love they shared was a source of inspiration and strength, allowing them to overcome any obstacles. They learned that the secret of a happy relationship is not only love and passion, but also respect, trust, and mutual understanding. They were able to listen to each other and support each other in difficult moments, be there when needed, and give space when needed. Each new day was an opportunity for them to grow and learn, creating their own fairy tale together. They built their lives around love and trust, and their hearts were filled with gratitude for every moment they spent together. And so, standing at the top of their journey together, they realized that happiness is not the place where they arrived, but the journey they lived together. They have learned to appreciate every moment and every little thing, realizing that it is they who make their lives truly happy. Their story was like a fairy tale filled with trials and adventures, but in the end, they found their happiness in each other. And may this final be just the beginning of a new chapter of their eternal love, and may it continue forever as a symbol of true and endless love.